I'm Roger Urbanik with Roger's Outdoor Channel. One of my favorite, my absolute favorite upland bird hunting experience is hunting pheasants. I've been doing it for probably 60 plus years, and I still get excited when one of those big, gaudy looking birds jumps up and starts cackling and making all that racket. It's one of the more exciting, you know, things that you can experience in the outdoors in a hunting situation. And so, what I'm going to try to do today is just give you the basics on how to get started in this really fun hobby of learning to hunt and especially learning to hunt pheasants and some of the stuff that's involved in it. There's enough involved in the whole process that I'm just going to give you an outline and give you some directions on where to turn to get the additional information that you're going to need in terms of just, what are the limits, where to go, what's going to give you the best chance of coming home with birds, how much is it going to cost, those sorts of things. So I'll try to give you, again, an overview, but I will kind of give you some reference information. When you finish kind of listening to this video, again, I'll have companion articles attached that will give you more detailed information on where to go. But a lot of that information you're going to find on the web pages, just looking for Washington Fish and Wildlife pheasant hunting rules and regulations. And as well as they've got other sites that say, okay, here's where to go, how to get permission to hunt public land or private lands, etc. So in general, to get you need a hunting license. The hunting license is going to cost you $40.50. On the east side, it's going to cost you $84.50 if it's on the west side, because they pen raise all of the birds over here, and you only can get 2 birds a day on the west side, 3 birds a day on the east side. Again, look up your pamphlets to get the specific information. But before you can actually buy that license, if you're less than 50 years old, you need to take a hunter's education classes. And you can go online to do them. It's going to cost you $25 or $24.95, I think it is. And it will take you about 8 hours to complete it. You need 80% to pass, and then you have kind of a field training session as well that show that you don't lean your gun up against fences and hunter's orange things. I mean, one thing you want to be when you're out there with a dangerous weapon in your hand is you want to be safe, and that's what these hunter education classes teach you. Just wearing this bright orange. If you're hunting with a hunting party and a pheasant gets up, everybody's excited and people start swinging their guns around. That hunter orange catches everybody's attention, and they say, better let that bird go, I better not shoot right now until that bird gets away from everybody. So it's worked for years. Make sure you're wearing it as well. And you read through the rules and regulations. Your shotgun can only carry 3 shells. If you're hunting in pheasant release areas, there's certain parts of the eastern Washington where they have release sites. They pen raise some birds over there, and you can hunt those for free just with your normal upland bird license. Look up the locations of those. They very good. Web pages, and you'll have wild birds. Probably 2/3 of the birds that are out there are going to be wild birds, and maybe just a supplement of these pen raised birds to make sure you get something to shoot at. When you hunting season typically in Washington starts maybe mid-October and goes through maybe mid-January. So you're starting in shirt sleeve weather, and you're kind of continuing. You might finish up tracking birds through the snow and the sagebrush. So it's a long season, and you're going to be able to take birds all throughout it. unlike, I talked to an uncle of mine in Michigan. He says the average person there with their hunting license only gets 2 birds a year. Well, we do a heck of a lot better here in Washington, let me tell you. There's quite a few pheasants to shoot at over here, and plus you're going to get quail and chukar and Hungarian partridge and just other incidental things that'll flush up and are legal to shoot in front of you. Some ducks and all that stuff. So getting into the hunting experience, again, if you haven't done it, get yourself some hunter education. What I do, when I go out hunting, I'm going to shoot that pheasant to bring it home to the table. So I actually have, I make sure that if it jumps up close to me, I don't just shoot right away and blow it all apart. I have, I load my gun with a number 8 shot for a close-up shot, a number 6, a number 4 as the bird gets further away. You have to use non-toxic shot and non-lead shot if you're hunting in these pheasant relief areas. Well, again, a lot of rules and regulations. I can't give it all to you on a short little video, but make sure you read about that stuff in the Fish and Wildlife pages, because you want to be safe out there. You want to do it right. It's a hobby that will give you a lot of satisfaction. If you do it right, and you're proud of your accomplishment. You come home and you say, okay, I got something good to eat tonight, and not just eating the bird. I mean, the bird is going to taste good. I mean, spend some time to look up recipes that look appealing to you on YouTube, etc. But in addition to that, you can use the feathers. They're gorgeous feathers. You can, I've got this hat. We decorate Christmas balls with them. We just a number of things that you can do. Wreaths, is a good place to put them. And then even the carcass, you can make, use them for crab bait, for crawdad bait, or you can boil them and make stock for cooking purposes. So, you get a pheasant, you're going to be proud, man. You're going to just really enjoy it. You're going to just be on top of the world carrying that thing home with you. So it's a lot of fun. I hope I've given you enough information to get you started and get you out there. There's plenty of public lands. You hunt public lands. If it's private lands, you either need permission, or the Fish and Wildlife has contacted a lot of farmers and said, can people with licenses hunt your land? And farmers have given permission if you register with them. So that if somebody shoots a cow, they know who was hunting that day, and they can kind of hunt you down. So that's the reason for it. It's damage to property, and to know who's out there. But again, it gets you outdoors, gets you a lot of good exercise, and if you come home with something good to eat on top of that, that's great. Most people hunt with a dog. I actually did for a long time, but I have learned that I can hunt without a dog, and I'm actually fairly successful doing that. It's a special techniques. I don't have time to tell you about all of them on this short little video, but maybe I'll make another video sometime and kind of give you the techniques that I use to get birds to flush without a dog, and the pains that I take to make sure that I recover that bird without a dog. I mean, there's a trick in that as well. So, but anyway, that's another day and another topic. For today, just get yourself started to pick yourself up a 12-gauge shotgun, go out there and get some of them birds and have a good time, and it's something that I've had a good time for 60 years, and I hope you do as well.